Welcome to my classroom. My classroom is currently in action right now, so you will definitely see a lot of technology in use in my classroom and the way things are set up. So for starters, as soon as you walk into my classroom, here you will see all of our bins and cubbies because we did just get all of the brand new furniture. On top of the cubbies, I've also got it set up at the front of my classroom where I have my little command center for technology. I've got my ladybug for use, so everything is ready to go. With my projector as well, I also have Apple TV in my room in two different locations, one in the front, and I'll show you the one in the back in a minute, so that way you can kind of see what I do. This way I don't have to hook up all of my wires and everything for using my technology, because I do most teaching from my iPad while walking around the room. So other than that, here's my class, and I'll give you a little bit more of a tour of what's kind of going on right now in my room as we go along. Here we go. So over here we have set up where these are all of our class expectations that we've come up with how we should act and behave, along with our little signed contract. We have a space for collecting words that go along with different routes that we're working and studying. Got my posters hung up everywhere, so excuse all that mess. The back of the room here, we have our space of mailboxes where they get all their homework. We have a space for their badges where they can grab them to quick sign into any of their Chromebook accounts or their Google accounts. Then we have a space for our word study rotations, which is very exciting since every group is on a different day and there's never a full set schedule with that because events are always happening. Then there is the library and one of our group spaces where they have that whiteboard table, which they love to use, write to collect words, work with their math. We use it a ton of different ways. At the back of my room over here, I do have my little next teacher work area. My students here are currently doing a guided reading group. One thing that I like to do with my guided reading groups, though, is I do have a TV at the back of my room. This is where my next Apple TV is. We use the iPad. As you can see here, one of my students is taking a picture of one of his predictions that he was making, and we're making a collection of it, and then I use the TV to showcase all their student work so we can keep it, collect it, talk about it, and discuss it in a variety of different ways. I also will use it for my guided math rotations so I can show all of the work that's going on, because again, I primarily just teach from an iPad. Back here I do have a little office space, but I've turned my office space into a green screen recording studio. So we have these students in here that are currently creating our class news for the week that we will post on Seesaw and share with all of our parents. So that's going on back there. I have 6 iPads to use in my classroom. So I have some of my students right now that are using it for Raz Kids. We have another location for storage of our headphones and our microphones because we do a lot of work as well on Seesaw. So I've got 2 students here right now who are creating a reading response to one of our read aloud books called Wonder. So they're creating a video right now, and then they're going to be posting it on Seesaw so that way other students can see it, comment on it, and as well as parents can be involved in part of that conversation. So it's a pretty open floor plan for me. I like to keep it very basic and simple. I like to keep materials in a central location. Over here is where most of our materials are, in the bins and buckets. So students are able to come on over and get the bins as they need them for different activities, take care of them, and generally return them as needed, as well as a couple other centers and rotations and extra resources behind the curtains here. So I think that is about all for my classroom. It's definitely a very homey, comfortable environment for all of us, so thanks.